Closing the eyes, letting the shoulders relax. Just feeling the sits bones, right and left. And just taking a moment just to connect with that word at the beginning of our check-in for yourself. Just giving yourself permission to have whatever experience you're having at this time. Just reminding ourselves that we're riding a wave. Waves come and go, just like emotions, just like feelings, just like states of being. And taking another deep breath in through the nose. Just setting your intention for your practice. So it could be to be fully present in this moment with your body. It could be to stay connected with the breath. It could be to connect in this collective energy of practice. It could be to be open to receiving and giving support. Whatever that intention is. And of course, it could be something in relation to the body, releasing tension in a certain part of the body. So whatever the intention is, just let that be clear to you. And just breathe it in. 4 more breaths. On that next exhale, release in the hands. Inhale the arms to the sky. And you can lift that chin if you like. Exhale, flip the arms down. And if it feels good to bring the chin to the chest, feel free. And then again, inhale the arms up and down. Two more. And last inhale up. Exhale, arms out to the T and just lengthen here, lengthen in that wingspan. Bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. Inhale, exhale, and then gently rotate the thumbs to the sky. Press those back of the hands away from the chest, pressing it back towards the back of your mat, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening that chest, and then exhale, gently bring the arms forward, floating the palms together. Palms are just simply stacked. Exhale, send the fingertips forward towards the camera, towards me, dropping the chin, opening in the chest. And then exhale, lower the fingertips, lift that chin. Exhale, releasing the hands just to the thighs or the knees. And let's just go ahead and switch our ankles. Good. Inhale, arms up and down. And next, inhale to the sky. Exhale those arms out to the T. Wingspan lengthen. Feel the space being created between those shoulder blades. Feel openness coming into the joints of the elbow, wrist, fingers. And then exhale, gently rotate the thumbs to the sky as you press the back of the hands away from you, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. And lift that chin gently if that feels good for you. And then last exhale, float the arms forward, palms come together, pressing the fingertips toward you. Send that energy forward as you drop the chin. You can arch the back. And then exhale, straighten the spine, bring the fingertips into the mat. As you exhale, slide the fingertips forward. Yeah, I might go off that camera, but I'm continuing to fold forward. Exhale, rotate the palms to the floor. That nice forward fold. And then exhale, slide those arms forward. Feel gentle opening in the hips and bring the hands back to the thighs or the knees and gentle rotation here. So we should feel a little opening in that back and shoulder area. Letting those rotations get slightly larger. Just starting to prime and warm up that lower back and hip for our practice. Especially if we've been doing a lot of working from home or sitting at a computer. You know, I know a lot of people are doing some Netflix series or whatever you do, right? And last, exhale, gently coming back to center. Feeling the sits bones as you exhale, start the rotations the other direction. Small circles with the torso. We're staying connected with the breath with each rotation. That's how we know, that's how the body tells us how to go, how far to go and when to stop. When we're holding the breath, like you almost cut off that infinite wisdom of the body, releasing. Good. 3 more rotations. This should feel nice in that lower back and the hip. And last exhale as you come back to the center. Inhale the arms to the sky again. And then exhale, gently twist. So just bring that right hand behind you, left hand in front, twist the right. If it feels good, you can bring that right hand to that left thigh and twist a little deeper. Keep the spine straight, lifting in the chin. No need to turn the head. We're really focusing on the torso. Good. 2 more breaths. It's an inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. That's your mantra here. Last exhale, float the arms to the sky, untwist the spine. Exhale, fingertips down. 1 more breath up. Exhale, and then twist to the left. So bring the right hand in front of you, left hand comes behind you. Starting gentle, and then gently bring that right hand to that left thigh. So open the shoulders, see if you can bring the back of the hand here. So sometimes this is easier to bring the palm to the thigh or the knee. So if you want to get a little bit more opening, especially right here in that back area, right through here. Good. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. No need to twist the neck. A lot of times we like to twist the neck because of the mobility of the cervical spine. But really, if you want to get that mobility of the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. And then last exhale, unwind, inhale the arms up. Feel the opening of those, exhale, back muscles, and then slowly slide the fingertips behind you, and let's untangle the legs. So let's just bring the legs out to a nice V here. And point and flex. And next class, I'm going to ask everyone what props everyone has. So if you want to come a couple minutes early, just so I know if we can use straps and blocks. For all of those who bought blocks from me, way to go, have them ready. And then exhale, lift those heels off the floor. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms forward and hold. Lift the chin. Bring the breastbone forward like there's a string pulling you forward. Good. Hold those heels up as you start to bring those fingertips forward Keep the flex, feel the ankles, 2 more breaths. And then exhale, float the arms out to the ankle, wherever the hands come. Exhale, let the heels melt and gently fold forward. You can drop the face. You can drop the shoulders, relax the breath. Feel lengthening here for 3 more breaths. Good. And last, exhale, slide the hands just to the mat. Press the palms in as you lift yourself. Feel the sits bone. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, gently twist to the right. So we're feeling a little open in that waist and spine as you exhale, float both the hands towards that right leg, right ankle, wherever you come into your forward fold. And then exhale. And if it feels good to relax the elbows down, great. Notice what's happening with the left foot. So if that toe is rotating in, that means that you need to, toes rotated to the sky to protect the knee, right? So if that toe is rotating in, bring the foot in. If the toe is rotating back and out, bring it back. That means that you're not at the right position for your bone structure. And then exhale, cross the wrists wherever they come on that leg. Even if you're here, cross the wrists. So get the opening up in the shoulder and the back, which was one of our requests tonight. Feeling nice opening up in the left side of the lower back as well. Gentle opening also in the hamstring. 3 more breaths. Get lengthening to happen here. So lengthen that torso, the top of the head towards the toes. And then exhale, release. Notice the shoulders are faced. Notice anything engaging here. And last, exhale, float the hands just by your sides. Walk both hands to the inside of that right leg. And then inhale, exhale. If you're in that deep fold, you can rest that forearm on the shin, or you can bring it into the floor. It's really anywhere that feels good for you. Or you could just be here. And wherever you are with that right arm, just stay in that fold here as you take the left arm and float the left arm up to the sky and get lengthening here. And then here with the arm to the sky, straight up, I want you to just do some nice rotations with the palm, with that arm, open in that shoulder. So when we're stretching and then we're moving it, you can feel where the tightness is, and you can feel the interconnectedness of the shoulder with the hip. And then exhale, other direction, rotate. If you have any neck discomfort, gaze to the floor. And then last exhale, let that left arm just come over that right ear, lengthening all the way up that side. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, float that left arm back to the sky, float that left hand to that left thigh as you roll up. Good. And flex and point the feet again. So notice you can see my left shoulder is a lot more dropped than my right. I can already feel the shoulder, the neck lengthening here. And last exhale, flex both the feet, keep them flexed. Inhale the arms to the sky, exhale both the arms forward. Don't arch the back, so the breastbone is coming forward as we hinge forward. And breathe. Keep the flex, opening up in the ankles for 3 more breaths. Good. And last exhale, let the hands float to the floor. Let those heels melt, and this time just fold straight forward. We're coming straight forward in this one. Two more breaths. And then exhale, gently begin to walk the palms towards you. Feel the sits bones, feel grounded. Inhale, both the arms to the sky, twist to the left, right hand just in front of you, left hand to the outside. Exhale, and then slowly start to just float the arms forward wherever they come at that left leg, and then melt over that left side, dropping the face towards the knee. Notice what's happening on the right toe. Is it rotating in? rotate that right toe to the sky. You don't have to flex it, but we want it relaxed so it's up towards the sky, just protecting the knee. Good. And when you're here, wherever you'd like to just cross those wrists, so letting the elbows melt. If you're here, that's fine. If you're at the shin, ankle, wherever is great. Feel the opening in that upper back area. Maybe also feeling nice stretch into the hamstring. Two more breaths. And then on the exhale, gently bring the hands to the mat. Just lift the elbows and start to walk the hands to the inside, both hands to the inside of that left leg. As you exhale, just see where that left hand is. If the elbow comes down because you're open, that's great. If it comes to the floor, that's fine. And then exhale, take the right arm, float it straight to the sky, wherever you are. So we're straight up again. Remember, neck can gaze towards the knee just to protect the neck. Otherwise, you can look forward. And here, palm is open. We're just rotating, making those circles with that right arm. Feel that you should feel nice opening in the right side. And then exhale, other direction with those rotations. Get lengthening to continue, not just on the right side, but lengthen up towards the sky. Like each rotation lengthens the shoulder. And then last exhale, gently release that right arm over that right ear. Feeling opening happening here. Now, again, you can look towards the floor. I don't want you to be crunching here in the neck. And then last exhale, lengthen and then float that arm up. Gently bring the torso up slowly and bring the face back to the center and feel both the shoulders nice and drop. Bring the hands to the shoulders, roll it back. Yeah. And inhale, gently rotate the other direction. And as you exhale, keep the hands just to those, not the elbows, to the shoulders. Bring the elbows together and then open. Just do a little squeeze. Good. Keep the chin nice and lifted. And last exhale. And then gently release. So sometimes just let's let that right ear come towards the right shoulder. Sometimes like lifting the arms can bring pressure into the traps. So just letting those arms dangle, shoulders drop, right ear towards the right shoulder, just to get a little opening in that neck. Good. And then exhale, just lift the chin with that right ear towards the shoulder. Not a big lift, it's just a little lift. I want you to get a little opening here in the jaw and in the throat. And then exhale, gently drop that chin, roll it into the chest. Exhale, lift the face. Inhale, exhale, left ear towards that left shoulder. Keep the jaw open and relaxed. Feel the sits bones, equal pressure on the sits bones. And then gently just lift the chin. It doesn't have to be high. And then gently rotate that chin down. Roll the chin into the chest. Hold that chin lock for a couple of breaths. Exhale, and then roll the face up. And gently just turn that head side to side. Good. And back to the center. And then gently, let's just bring those legs forward. I'm going to turn on the side so you can see me. Coming into straight leg here. As you breathe, nice straight spine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Just feeling how that feels in the back of the legs, the hips. Good. And last exhale, roll the spine up. Gently inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, float those fingertips out to the T, and then rotate the fingertips back. So engage those fingertips, bend the elbows, open in the chest, and gently flex the feet, getting into the calf and into the ankle, keeping that bottom of the chin parallel to the floor. Someone's squeezing those elbows together, like someone's pushing them together. Yeah. And last, exhale, gently release the ankles, point those toes, and slowly start to roll that right elbow to the mat, and then bend the left knee. As you exhale, roll onto the right hip. And you can, so two things. So we open the arm and shoulder where you may want to bring the head onto the bottom arm. If you're still tight, bring that arm forward. You can either use a block here, or you can use a blanket. Like, so you guys should all have this. Everyone's got a blanket at home, right? And then bring that left palm on top of the right. Breathe and just hold here. Feel the opening happening in that hip. So if that right arm is underneath that head, the left palm is just forward. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. Good. And last, exhale, gently sliding the left hand in towards you, whether you're here or here. And then gently slide that left leg on top of the right. We're coming into side lying Buddha. So gently flex the feet here and just release that left arm resting onto the left hip. And exhale here and hold. Find your balance. Sometimes you might rock side to side a little bit. It's fine. You know, I always kind of equate this to being on a raft. And it's like, just the river dictates how I'm going to move. And then exhale, gently let that left arm come to the sky. Good. Yeah, palm is open, facing forward, same direction as the face. And then exhale, just see how it feels to bring the left arm over, bring the palms together. My bolsters are in the way. There we go. Good. And last, exhale, lift that top arm. Exhale, slowly start to bend the knees. Just stack those knees. And with that left arm to the sky here, do those gentle rotations. You should feel a nice openness already. I'm just going to go a little deeper here. Relax the fingers and then exhale the rotation the other direction. Nice and easy. The knees are nice and bent here, so it's stable. So we're not rocking anymore. We're not on that raft. And as you exhale, let that left arm come straight back. Feel that opening in the shoulder. Good, and breathe. And really feel that opening happening, not just in the shoulder, but in that bicep, in that rotator cuff. The arm will start kind of high and it will start to drop. Make sure you're not rolling off of that right shoulder. You're still on the right side. Make sure also you're not dropping the chin. So we want that chin nice and lifted. My head's a little out of alignment just so I'm not muffling my speakers here, but otherwise I want you on that. That's it, nice. Relaxing into it. Three more breaths. Now exhale as you flex the fingertips towards the floor. So the inside of the wrist is to the sky. If you're actually close to your wall, I mean, I'm probably about a foot away from mine, but you can actually bring your hand and use the wall here. Deep circulation into the fingers, into the wrists. Three more breaths. And then exhale, relax the wrist, lift to the sky, wiggle the fingers, maybe flick them a couple times, and then float the left hand, just resting that left arm on that left hip. Feel that openness here. On that exhale, gently lift the face and bring the right arm forward. So if you have any neck issues, you want to bring something underneath that head. Exhale, gently bring that right temple to the mat. Feel that opening into the shoulder. The broader you are in the shoulder, the more intense this can feel. Good. Feeling nice stretch all along this neck into that trap and the upper back area. Sometimes here I like to even move the mouth. So give it a yawn. Yeah, especially if you've got any tightness or tension in the jaw. And then exhale, gently just lift that left arm an inch or quarter inch above that hip. Lengthen towards the feet. Feel the lengthening happening. Not lifting the head, let the head still be heavy. And then exhale. So just bring the palm, you're just gonna bring it back behind you, like a couple inches, not far. Getting into a different stretch in that upper back and neck area. And then exhale, back to the center. And then bring that arm just an inch or two forward and then lengthen again. That's the only thing that's moving. The rest of the torso, neck, everything else stays in place. Notice where we're getting into here, front of this, where the neck connects to the shoulder and the collarbone. And then back to the center, release that arm, feel that release. Maybe even feel some release in the elbow, that lengthening. And then last exhale, float that left hand to meet the right, stacking the palms here. And on that exhale, gently just bend the elbows. So we're just in that prayer position. Feeling it's just a gentle pulling down of that shoulder so it intensifies that stretch, base of the neck. You know, none of us are going for, you know, professional massages anymore. So we got to kind of get what we can from our yoga practice. And this is a great one for releasing tension in the neck and the shoulders. Take about 4 more breaths here. And on that next exhale, very gently, just start to slide the left palm into the floor. And then just press that palm as you roll the left shoulder back. So slowly rolling back. It's a nice little spinal twist. The knees and the lower body stay where it is. Roll that left shoulder back and release that left arm by the side. Now, if you want to do an adjustment here and you feel like that left shoulder is lifted, you could dig the right elbow in, just lift that right shoulder blade just to twist a little bit here in the diaphragm. Just go a little bit more into that twist, into that spinal twist. We've primed the spine, so the spine is ready to do this, right? We're not coming into cold turkey twists. So with any home practice stuff, you're not coming into those deep, deep twists without warming it up a little bit. And then on that exhale, just slide the left knee forward as much as that feels good for you. You can take that right hand to the shin and hug it in. Just getting a nice little stretch in the hip, preparing that leg to straighten. Another breath. And then on that next exhale, slowly just begin to straighten that leg as much as you can and flex the foot. Get into the ankle here. Now, I'm going to show you something. If you've got long arms and you can touch the toes, you can pull the toes towards you So you manually flex that foot so the ankle doesn't have to work. So this will release in the ankle, the back of that calf. If you're not here and you don't have that range of motion, that's fine. You can just flex it yourself. You'll feel the pull here. You'll feel the interconnectedness with the hip. Let's do 3 more breaths. And then last exhale, very gently, just release that hand and relax that ankle, slowly bending the knee. You can hug it back in with that right hand or arm, and then release, letting that left knee just stack on top of the right. Taking a couple breaths here. Just notice if you're a little bit more aligned and stacked in the knee. And on that next exhale, very gently, we're going to dig the elbows in and slowly roll that left foot back to the mat. And on the exhale, the right foot to the mat and lift the hips. Maybe you've rolled off your mat. I did. So I'm going to scoot myself back and then just sway knees side to side. Feel that nice opening and actually feel the left shoulder being lower than the right. So I can definitely feel that. I'm sure if I was walking around the classroom and I saw you guys, I would point that out for you, but this is a great practice for you to feel it. Yeah. Feel the length of the neck on the left side also. Yeah. And last exhale, oppositional stretch, hugging just both knees into the chest. You can rock forward or back or side to side, whatever feels best for you. And on that next exhale, let's bring the hands behind the thighs and just straighten both those legs up to the sky. Just do a little flex and point of the feet. Releasing a little bit in those ankles here. And exhale, and then just rotate the ankles out. And then other direction, rotate those ankles in. And again, just point, flex the feet. Feel some nice. Notice also the back of the calf of right and left side. You notice the difference. Last exhale, bend those knees, and then roll the bottom of the feet to the floor. I'm going to rotate so I'm facing you, but everyone else, you're just going to bring that left arm over that ear, over the head, and gently bending the right knee. As you exhale, press that right foot into the floor as you roll onto the left side. So I'm going to bring that hand in front of me, just getting a nice little comfortable position here. Again, if this is too much for that shoulder, you're going to bring the arm forward and you're going to put your hand on a block. So we're not coming into that big stretch yet. So wherever you are with that left arm, gently slide that right arm forward. Just feel a little opening here. Relax in that. I mean, you're engaging the right foot, but I want you to relax that left leg. And then slowly, as you exhale, just bend the elbow, bring that palm there, stabilize yourself, rotate that right leg on top of the left. We're coming into that side lying Buddha position. Make sure the chin isn't over dropping towards the chest, and then float that right arm just to rest onto that right hip. Finding balance here. Again, you know, sometimes I feel like a gentle rock. The rock feels like it's in balance. It feels like it's just moving naturally with the rhythm of my body. It doesn't feel out of balance. Right? And we have a lot of things that we do that way, like, you know, skiing or surfing or, right? Paddleboarding. And just see how it feels just to lift that right arm to the sky. Getting nice length here. Again, I'm a little bit of out of alignment, so I'm not, so I can be audible to you with my speakers, but see if you can relax that head. And then exhale here, gently see how it feels to bring that right arm over the head. This can be a really deep stretch all through the side of the hip. And then last exhale, slowly float that arm back to the sky. Exhale, float that arm down by the hip and gently start to just bend both those knees. So just nice bent, stacked knee here. So we're really stable on that left side. Inhale, exhale, flip that right arm up to the sky again. Palm is facing the same direction as the face. Get some lengthening happening here without bringing the shoulder into that ear or neck. And then small rotations here with the whole arm. So the shoulder is that spot that's rotating right into that shoulder joint. This is really good for the shoulder. It doesn't have to be big rotations. You know, if you have any tenderness or recent injury in the shoulders, small. This also maintains our range of motion in our shoulders, which is easy to lose as we get older. We should know that. And then exhale, rotate the other direction slowly. And on that exhale, very gently, just let that left arm just float behind you. So you're going to start a little high. And then as you start to surrender in the shoulder, it'll come back further and further. You're going to feel opening in the chest, the rotator cuff, the pectoral minor, the bicep area, the upper forearm. Feeling circulation coming into the hands. Take about 4 more breaths. Again, we don't want to roll off of the left shoulder and roll back. So we want to stay on the left side, just letting the shoulder come back as much as it wants to. And then inhale, last exhale, begin to flex those fingertips towards the floor. Again, if you're close to a wall and you do this into a wall, it can be a great practice. Yeah. Feeling the stretch in the fingers. Yeah. Our fingers do so much work. Notice if you notice a difference between your right and left side. Are you right and left-handed? Notice a difference there. And then last exhale, release the bend of the wrist, lift that arm up to the sky. Yeah. You might want to just rotate or flick the wrist a couple times, feel that lightness coming in there. And on that exhale, float that right arm onto the hip. Feel the length of the arm. Inhale, exhale, and then gently lift that arm 1/4 inch and lengthen it, like someone's pulling the wrist towards the feet or the bottom of your mat here. And then exhale and gently just bring that right arm back 1 inch or 2, not moving the head, not moving the neck, just getting into different parts of that shoulder and back. Exhale back to the center, lengthening here. And then exhale, bring that arm forward just 1 inch or 2. Same lengthening, relaxing in the, and again, here it's like I like to sometimes move the jaw. Get that nice release here in the whole neck area. Back to the center, and then gently release that arm. Feel that nice release in the shoulder. Again, inhale, lift the head, and we're sliding that left arm forward. So we're on the left shoulder, and we're gently going to bring that left temple into the floor. So this can be pretty intense. I'm just going to move back so everyone can see me okay. So the broader shouldered you are, again, the more intense it can be. I'm pretty broad in my shoulders. So honor your body. If it's too much, but you still want to get a little stretch, bring a blanket underneath. You know, give yourself the stretch you need. Good. And breathe. And again, lengthen the fingertips towards the bottom of that mat. Bring those fingertips back just a little bit. And then back to the center. Lengthen the fingertips, bring them forward just a little bit. Still lengthening, just feeling that different opening in that neck, shoulder area. Exhale back to the center. And relax that arm. Inhale that right arm to the sky. Exhale as you gently float that right arm to meet the left. Feeling just a nice opening here. Just even here, just let's hold for about 3 breaths. And then inhale, next exhale. Slowly bend the elbows. See if you can stack those elbows, the forearm and the palms. Good. Just coming into that sideline prayer position. Again, if you want to move the jaw or bring on a yawn, really helps to release in that stretch, that neck. You know, sometimes here, I'll even bring the top hand into the spot that feels a little tight. And you all know what I do. I bring a little pressure and I'll do small rotations like this in that spot and then the other direction. And then usually it releases, especially with the stretch. But you can feel exactly where you might be tight, you know, in your, see if you can find that. Good. And keep doing that if that feels good for you. Otherwise, just come back to that prayer position for about 4 more breaths. On that last exhale, very gently, just starting to slide that right palm into the mat. Inhale, exhale, start to press the right palm as you bring the right foot into the mat. We're rolling onto the spine gently as we roll the right shoulder down to the floor. Good. So getting that shoulder down, and once you do, you can stack that right knee back on top. It's just a little, it's just a easy way to come into it, and it opens the hip. So I know we didn't do this on the other side, but it feels, go ahead and try this, see if it feels good. You can feel that hip open, and then sometimes it's easier to stack the knees. If not, no worries. Notice if the right shoulder is gently lifted. You can dig the left elbow and lift that left shoulder blade, just rotate in the diaphragm, bring the right shoulder down a little deeper. And just rest the arms at that comfortable V to the body. You can rotate the palms up so the shoulders drop. And just holding here for about 4 to 6 more breaths. Notice where the neck is. Notice the release of the shoulders. Should feel really good in the neck, shoulder area. Notice how you're breathing. And on that next exhale, just bring that top hand, the left hand to the right thigh, and then pull that knee into the chest. And if you're doing opposite sides, it doesn't matter. We're doing the same thing on each side, getting into that twist. We're deepening into it. And then exhale, gently kick the leg out and just straighten it wherever it comes. So one thing I noticed, people like to rotate the bottom of the foot down. Keep the inside of the ankle there because we're going to come into flexing the foot. And sometimes I can pull on the knee too when we do this. It doesn't feel good for my outer knee at all. So on the exhale, if the hands can come to the toes and you can manually flex that left heel and that left foot, do it, go for it. If not, just give yourself a flex so you can feel the stretch in up the back of the leg into the hip. How much can you relax and release into the pose? Really feel that hip getting opened here with that flex. Really feel that. Let's do 4 more breaths. Use the breath, exhale, release with each breath. So you go deeper into the stretch. And the last exhale, so we're going to slowly release the flex, release the foot, and just let it be there for about 3 breaths. So relaxing in the back of that leg, knee, hip. Yeah. And then very slowly start to bend the knee into the chest, a hug. And then slowly stacking the right knee on top of the left. You might notice that you are a little deeper into that spinal twist. Knees are a bit more stacked. It might feel good. Shoulders are grounded. And on that last exhale, gently lift the right knee first. Bring that to the mat. And then gently lift the left knee, bottom of the left foot to the mat. If you rolled off your mat or your side and you want to wiggle back to center, feel free. And once you're there, just sway those knees gently side to side. Feel that deep release through the whole spine. I can even feel space in the lower back and the SI joint. Great, great, great for releasing back pain. And last exhale, feet center, stillness, taking a breath, inhaling both the knees into the chest for wind elimination pose. So wind elimination pose, just an oppositional stretch to the twist, rocking forward and back here. Notice how the shoulders feel nice and dropped. Notice the placement of the shoulder blades into the floor. And sometimes I even like to turn my neck and head side to side, especially after a deep stretch like that. Face back to the center, and then exhale the hands back of the thighs, bring those legs back up to the sky. Again, if you're tight in the hamstrings, you could be here. You can have a bend in your knee. Flex and point those feet. Notice how the shoulders aren't lifted. They should be grounded. And then exhale, rotate the ankles outward from one another. It's a different sensation when you rotate ankles with them to the sky or with the feet pointed to the floor. You guys all know that. And then exhale, rotate those ankles in. Also really good for the shin. And last exhale, flex, point the feet a couple times. Opening the calf. And last exhale, gently bend the knees and release the bottom of the feet to the floor. Just sway those knees a couple times. And then last exhale, back to the center. Slowly straighten those legs. And release both the arms over the head. Come into that nice oppositional stretch. And then relax. And then inhale, exhale, just stretch the right side of the body. So the right arm and that right leg are being pulled in the alternate direction. And then relax. And then the left arm and that left leg, as you relax the right side, that's the key. And relax that left side. And just go back and forth here. Feel that opening on the side, right and left. Notice how the shoulders feel more open here. This can be really hard. I usually don't do this at the beginning of a class because this can be really hard on the shoulders and the back. And then last, exhale, gently release, circle the arms down by the sides, and gently turn the head side to side. And then exhale as you gently come back to center. Just take a breath and scan the body here. See if there's any final stretch or pose or movement that you'd like to come into. Anything that would complete your practice, anything that would help you come into a place of stillness for our final pose, which is Shavasana pose or deep relaxation. Just see if there's anything here that the body might want. It doesn't have to be a formal yoga pose. Let yourself be guided by that, what would feel right and good for you. Yeah, good. Take about 4 more breaths. And on that next exhale, gently just beginning to settle into your final pose of deep relaxation. So you may want to just cover yourself with a blanket and turn down your light. On that exhale, just starting to melt into the mat, whether it's Shavasana pose or you may be in a sideline pose, be in crocodile pose on the tummy. And the purpose of this pose is truly to integrate your practice so that you have access to this place of calm, relaxation, softness. Tracking the sensations in the body. How this practice may have created or ignited different sensations that you now feel. And as you connect with those sensations, just observing them, just being present with them. staying connected with the breath. And just taking a couple more deep breaths here, preparing the body and mind for movement, beginning to move in whatever way feels best for you. And slowly bending the knees one at a time if the legs are still straight and you're on your back. Grounding and feeling the bottom of the feet as you gently sway the knees side to side. Moving back into the waist and lower body. Letting the knees gently rock either to the right or left side, using the bottom arm as a pillow for the head. The top hand just comes in front of your chest. Taking a nice deep breath as you press that right palm in, bring your left elbow or bottom elbow, whichever it is, to the floor. And then slowly bringing the torso up into that comfortable seated position, whatever that comfortable seated position might look like for you. And just do a couple of circle eights with the neck. The openness, the disc to the neck. Exhale back to the center. Feeling the sits bones as we gently float the hands in front, joining the palms, keeping the restorative energy into the body, lifting the arms. Exhale, releasing the palms into the heart center. Dropping the shoulders, bowing the face to the fingertips. Just taking a moment here to reconnect with your intention from the beginning of class. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your practice. Wishing you all a deep, restful sleep this evening. Namaste.